What's good, YouTube? And welcome to a spooky season so strong that we're getting a Halloween set in February. The world premiere set Maze of Muertos is going to debut, and it's going to have a pumpkin Call of the Haunted theme, and people are buying up Call of the Haunted in droves because of that. We see here that it started the day around 23-22, and it has gone all the way up to sales in the 30s. The lowest one is 30 left before it jumps all the way to 50 for the quarter century secret rare. And people are going for other old versions like the Hobby League. I personally would avoid this from the thickness of it, even double sleeving. You want to be careful on if it's identifiable in the deck, but this one has been bought out to the point of $14+, and you can see it's gone through the day from the 10s or so depending on the condition. Then we have people looking at other zombie support around the market. Chang-Chi only has one printing as a super rare, but is still relatively affordable right now, so you might want to get yours sooner than later. This card has been selling, as you can see, and it does pair well with the higher level zombies. Then also Flying Mary quarter century secret rare is getting looked up just a little, but not actually moving. My Discord was talking about it, and it does really pair with the effects, but this card has been doing nothing but falling out recently. I think if you want a max rarity version, it's a great time to pick one up. You can target one level 5 or higher zombie monster that is banished or in your graveyard, place this in your spell and trap as a continuous, and if you do special summon that monster. I think it just goes hand in hand with higher level zombies, and it's a link too, so I would be considering this at the moment. Zombie World also came up in conversation. I'm not sure if it's a kind of deck, different zombie decks operate differently, that will be needing this, but a lot of zombie decks at least can benefit from siding it, especially for the floodgate effect depending on the format. We covered a buyout a while ago, and it seems to have actually chilled back out. It's around $12, which is not the most in the world for a quarter century secret rare. No material is probably for Genesis format, I would imagine, but let me know if you're playing it in main. It's spiked to $3 and $7 respectively for its two versions, and with the restrictions on this card's activation requirements and how it operates, I do feel like it's a hard placement to pinpoint other than Genesis, but let me know if you are considering it for main or if it did something that I missed. Ringo Worm, I'm guessing there's just so much dragon hype between Dragoonity, we have the rocket stuff, you could have Dragon Link, there's Dragon Ruler in Genesis that's going crazy right now. Ringo Worm though is consistently up in price over the last 3 months to a double up of around $1.50 for its secret rare, and the Ultra is also slowly going up as well. I remember when this card was like $12, it fell to $5, bounced back up to $10, and then fell out from there. It is a pretty solid card and only has its 2 printings. Tri-Brigade Armbucephalus. This, I almost wanted to say quarter century secret rare, Starlight rare. It is up in price, and now low is $73 and jumps to $80 after a couple are gone. Now, this has sold all the way up towards $70 at this point and sold out at the $55 range. There's multiple reasons to play it. You do have Tri-Brigade recently with support. It's also a pretty good card in terms of actually sending it, depending on the stuff you can send from extra deck. When a monster declares an attack, you can banish this card. Also banish all cards your opponent controls. So unless they take care of it, they're not going to be hitting you in the face with monsters. Archmage is getting some hype. I hear coders on this deck, and it's also popping off a little in the OCG. Archmage Thinmel, the Starlight rare, has had a bit of a buyout. Then we also see Armor Okay, I don't want to murder this card's name more than I already have, but I've heard that Yassine has been testing this and that it's doing stuff in Crystron Canine, and it has absolutely spiked off of the ground. I believe this card also has an OCG AGYCS playmat 2 that didn't do the hottest. It actually just fell out over time and became cheap. Cannon Soldier from Dark Beginning 2 has been really pricier for its near mint unlimiteds. There's one here from a 0% feedback seller before it jumps all the way to 28 and then 40. I feel like Toon Cannon Soldier is better, but let me know if there's something wonky where you can tutor this out of the deck or something crazy, or if it's just because it's a Dark Beginning 2 super of an iconic card that does also appear in the anime. Despia and Quertus is going up in price for both versions since it missed getting any kind of reprint, and people like having access to cards like these, and it's actually pretty good. And then also Despian Proskinion is going up in price. Probably murdered that one too, but it is going up for its highest rarity version right now, which is its super rare. I think its other version, is common, which is easy access if you just want to be having the card. Branded opening quarter century secret rare is on full buyout mode, as max rarity branded is full on back and can even mix into the metagame. Around $44 to $45 lowest. Let's see where those sales are, and they're around the $40 mark and have gone pretty consistently through the buyout, it looks like, but that is recent hype. Fallen of Albaz, its quarter century secret rare altar art has been bought out to the point of $60, and the sales are not as consistently up there, but have peaked into the range. And then Aluber, the Jester of Despia altar art, is now up towards $40 as well. Bestial Dispater, we covered when it was getting bought out, I think around $18. It continues to just surge. It's in the 20s for both versions and seems to be continuing to climb. And I really hope you're not one of those people, but people are Edo-locking again, and this is starting to go up for its quarter century secret rare. It is, I think, in the 10s, yeah, so it's an easier one to get, so it will be populated, but it's going. Then we have Secretarion Dragon, and I'm hearing this is most likely for Draco Tail branded or Bruise, and it is going up for its Starlight rare, and also its Ultra rare has really been spiking here too, to where it's $15 lowest. Draco Tail supers of note are going up and becoming dollars, like Draco Tail Pan and Draco Tail Urgula? Yeah, I don't think I murdered that one. But seriously, these two supers just kind of show it's nice when Konami includes stuff like these in sets where it's nice little rarity bumps that you can pull, adds a little value to the set, and doesn't get held out for like an OTS pack or a Mega Tin. Black Rose Dragon, speaking of tins, has been going up for its quarter century secret rare. It's around $5 now, and its other version, the Alter Art quarter century secret rare, had fallen down to 10 and has doubled up to 20 with the new support being around and plants getting a little more hype. Dragons we talked about in Genesis. I believe Joshua Schmidt was one of the first to highlight them. It's $69.69 nice for that quarter century secret rare. And then also Eclipse quarter century secret rare has been doing some climbing and now is towards $28. Also, the deck pairs well with Heavenly Zephyr, and this is a maybe hand trap for Genesis too. It is up, and its Starlight rare is back towards 20, and its other versions seem to be doing a little bit of climbing, and especially its secret rare has been going out of quantities. Yeah, Genesis is just so interesting in what it can cause. Then Swap Frog Ultimate Rare getting targeted. Been a while since I got to say that on Market Watch. It's really up there when the quarter century secret rare is nothing but down. A lot of those purists will reject modern or sneeze at quarter century secret rares, but not a bad time to end up getting this version if other max rarities are getting hype. Mid-max is usually nice to have. And finally, Harpy Featherstorm went up from the ban list. We talked about it being one of the only ones that missed. I should have just covered it then, and now it's towards $20. Geesh. People will find any way to floodgate their way to wins, won't they? Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Finally cold enough here in Texas to wear long sleeves, so that's been nice. The fall weather's been great for Pokemon Go. There's an awesome Halloween event there too. Let me know what you think of everything. It's some of the typical, like, oh, there's new support, the card's gonna go crazy, to, this is being teched for Genesis. And Genesis really feels like it has given a breath of fresh life into the market in a lot of places and caused excitement. But again, those ban lists or point updates, it's going to be interesting to see how they continue, how massive and heavy-handed or light-handed they continue to be, and what they actually do to warp those formats, or if it's just going to be tailored to sell new product and try to make new product have their mid-core decks be more powerful within it. Thanks for watching, everybody.